Logan.
Yeah,
he's doing the videos. Yeah, he's doing the Mayweather. You see he's hitting the bag, walking up to the sign, taking away the W. He's doing all that.
You'd be the first person doing it if you was him. If you had 20 million subscribers.
No way, cuz. No way. If I.
Joyce stops Daniel Dubois in the 10th round of the fight. It was for the British, I think, Commonwealth European title. It was a good fight. I'm not sure if it lived up to the hype, but it was definitely very, very entertaining. Joyce came out sharp with the jab. Even the first round, a lot of people saying, "Oh, Joyce's jab is carrying the day," and I didn't really see it at first.
Yeah, but it was effective.
Yeah, it was effective. It looked like it was just a little touching jab, just here and there. Even Dubois' jab, it looked sharp. Every time it would hit Joyce's head back, but Joyce was constant with the jab and trying to set it from the off. And so in the second round, Dubois came out a bit stronger. He landed a few good punches. I'm telling you now, I don't know what Joyce is in his chin. They call him the juggernaut for a reason, innit? Because he took those shots. You could see he was visibly a bit. Yeah. But then he was 10 seconds later, he just looked like he's just straight back into the floor.
I feel like there was no telling tales. Like for being in his, if you was his opponent and you landed them shots, you would not even be able to see that it had any effect on him. Obviously, from outside looking on the camera, you could see, all right, maybe he felt that one of these is changing the game. Like he's thinking about adapting to that shot. But as an opponent, I feel like there was no telltales as to you even got to him, and that's gonna be disheartening in itself.
Exactly. Especially a big puncher like Dubois, when you land that shot 9 times out of 10, the knees are doing a dance. Something's going wrong. And he's probably looking at himself thinking, did I even land that? Thinking, knowing the power that I've got, I've just hit you square in the face. He's thinking maybe I hit gloves or something, innit?
Yeah, because especially the people around him, he's been built up to be this guy that's just steamrolling people. So, yeah, that would have definitely been disheartening, man.
One thing I want to say, every time I talk about heavyweights, you slander AJ, innit?
I don't slander him.
I'm telling you now, some of those punches in the second and third round, if that hit AJ,
the Dubois shot.
I think it would be maybe not curtains. But
You would have seen a reaction. You would have seen a reaction. I agree with that. Joyce showed that he's gonna go through anything, and the Dubois, we know, even though he ain't been there with the top level fighters, we know he's got top punching power. Exactly. So he took them, he come through them. Yeah, it's gonna be a struggle to see anyone go out there and hurt Joyce after him taking them punches. Yeah,
exactly. And so, again, Joyce, I think he landed like 2-3 right hands in the whole fight. He just literally said, I'm a jab, jab.
Stick to the game plan.
And this is what I've been telling people for a long time, Joyce, even that fight, he don't look great, but it's very effective. And even if it doesn't look like he's doing too much, those little, I don't want to say soft jabs, but those...
It's effective. Yeah, it ain't always got to be pretty. It ain't got to be sharp. Someone even said to me during the fight that the only thing that sharp about Joyce was his skin fade.
Is that someone?
I don't know. I ain't going to say no name. But someone and I was dying. The sharp, is his skin fade, because there's nothing pretty about it. It's not pretty, let's be honest. Like you said, Daniel Dubois' single jabs look more effective, more snap on them. The right hand, single right hand snap. It looked sharp. It looked effective. But looking effective ain't being effective. It ain't got to look pretty to be effective. Exactly. And Joyce just fair play to him and the team around him. They've got him doing what they know he can do, what he's good at. A big, strong, physical unit that can take this thing out of people and just keep that jab in your face. He's got a great engine, great one too.
Yeah, and if you look at Dubois' face at the end of the fight, even in the corner, at one point where his cornerman was telling him, look, bro, you're in the fight game now, innit? This is what it's about. He's got a bloody nose. His mouth is open. Looks like he cut in the inside of his mouth. His eye obviously was very swollen. I'm thinking it's just been the jab. Just a jab. Like
just
9 times out of 10, for your face to look like that, you've been hit with the right hand, you've been hit with the uppercut, you've been hit with the hooks.
You've been in the 10-12 round scrap, and you've been at the wrong end of a good beating, innit?
Yeah, but literally, it was a very, very close fight where Joyce was edging every round with the jab, and that jab was the thing that was literally disfiguring Dubois' face, innit? And I think that's scary. And I told people a lot, Joyce is an Olympic silver gold medalist, arguably should have been gold. A lot of people say it's a robbery. For me, it could have gone either way. I'm not fast in it, but of course, he has the pedigree. He's been in big fights in the Olympics. He's gone close. He's got the silver medal. He fought Usyk in the semi-pro kind of fight, and he gave Usyk all he could handle. Basically, for me, that fight was a draw. A lot of people even say that was a robbery. Usyk fight. Yeah, exactly. A lot of people haven't seen that fight, but you go watch it and you think, wow, this guy can cause everyone problems. That's why on this podcast, I always say, Joyce is gonna beat someone that he shouldn't beat.
Yeah.
Every time.
For real,
he's gonna beat someone he shouldn't beat because you're looking at him. So honestly, if I look at Joyce and I think, you know what, if I was that tall,
he's one of them fighters. From outside, you're thinking you're touching him up. You'll get in there and do. But it's effective.
As soon as you get in there, you think, oh my god.
So going forward, what do you think? Where does Joyce go now? Given what you've seen in that fight,
I want to see the Usyk rematch straight away.
You want to see that fight?
Why not? Does that fight have any relevance to the bigger scheme of things in the heavyweight division? Before that, could Joyce have any relevance in the biggest 100%.
in the top
100%.
top? When we're talking top, we're saying straight AJ, Fury, and Wilder. You got kind of keep Wilder in the mix, even Dylan White and Ruiz and them man there.
When a long time ago, I don't really follow the amateur scene like that.
Yeah.
But before Joyce was gonna turn pro, Fury also always cussed Joshua, be like, "Oh, I've seen you getting beat up by little Joyce in sparring, innit? The GB team and whatnot." And that's when I first put tabs on him, innit?
Yeah.
It's like people have been talking about this guy for a long time.
He's been a bat. He's been a bat.
With his style, okay. You hit him in the chin, he's gonna wink at you, smile, blow a kiss. Like, is that all you got? And you can hit him with the hardest punch in the world, and you need 2 or 3 more.
I don't even think he acknowledges he's been hit. I don't. He just keeps coming, but yeah. That's already a problem. A thing that's you're gonna cause a lot of people problems.
And I imagine he'll take that right hand, and you're thinking, I've just landed a good shot, and literally in a split second, he's firing back. Like the Usyk fight I was talking about. He'll literally get caught with a left hand. And now Usyk's got sharp punches, innit? Yeah. So his head's jolting all the way back. And he's using that as whiplash to literally come back with his own right hand, innit? So when you've got a guy like that, it's a big problem. It's a big problem.
Me personally, that's not an exciting fight for me.
Usyk versus... Watch the first one. It's one of the best fights I've ever seen.
The first fight?
Usyk versus... Joyce. It was a very good fight. It was very entertaining. Got to a point where Usyk was like, you know what? I can bounce around. But he's just following me. He's coming
so he ain't doing him nothing. So he's got to stand there.
First time I've ever seen Usyk stand there and just trade. And obviously he'll move off here and there, but stand there and trade. It's doing it over 12 with smaller gloves. I think it'll be
10 ounce gloves. Yeah. Who would you say is the harder puncher?
What do you mean?
Them two.
I just seen him disfigure someone's face with a jab.
With a jab, but he can't land nothing. But if that's the only way you can generate them sort of, do you know what I'm saying? He weren't really generating nothing from nothing else, innit? So it's alright saying that he mashed up man's face, but it's a constant jab.
I've seen him land right hands.
Is he gonna land that many jabs against Usyk?
I've seen him land uppercuts, right hands, hooks. Like I've seen it. Go watch the fight, bro. That's to tell everyone. Cool. No one wants to watch this fight for whatever reason, innit? But if you watch that fight,
I would like to see him against Dylan White. Joyce against White.
I hear you, but I think he's got to beat Povetkin obviously first.
Yeah. All right. I'm jumping the gun with that one. I'm forgetting about that one. But even still, obviously, we know the Dylan White is a name in British boxing. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? People still will want to watch him, even if he loses that.
Now look at this though. You've got White Povetkin in the new year. Probably Fury Wilder. If not, they'll go straight to their AJ fight.
Fury AJ,
yeah. You've got whilst Fury's fighting AJ, Povetkin versus White. Usyk versus Joyce, and winner of Usyk Joyce gets the mandatory for the WBO. So
which will be the winner of what Usyk Joyce will be for the WB.
Oh, mandatory.
Who has that one? AJ has that one.
Yeah, AJ's got all the belts, bro.
So AJ will come fight him after the Fury fight. If AJ, obviously the winner of that would have to fight them.
So literally everything's lining up.
Lining up for matchroom boxing.
When you're at the top, you're at the top.
You know what I mean? You've seen Sam Jones getting in there with Eddie Hearn's always say he's good moves. Yeah, I think for me, obviously, you got the elite. When we say elite, you got the top 3. I think Joyce falls just underneath that. But I do think, given that performance yesterday, he's got what it takes to mix it in with everyone else underneath that level. I feel like you said about he's going to beat someone that he shouldn't beat. I think Dylan White could be that person, do you know what I mean? Because he's up there, but the experience and just the basics, general basics that Joyce brings. Dylan White's got lovely moves, but he lacks the basics. He could get in there, be winging, landing lovely shots, beautiful shots. Like you said, my man's just gonna be there, hands up, tight guard, moving his feet in and out, simple. He's just gonna be in front of you. And if the boy couldn't get him out with them big right hands, I can't see Dylan White or anyone else at that level really having one punch power to change the game.
Dylan White is a bit of love with his left hook, innit? Once 2 or 3 of them land, and you're looking at someone thinking, Are you okay? Like you're thinking, you might just eat him
and still coming. Yeah. What? It's disheartening, isn't it? It's disheartening.
And Joyce is 6'6". You saw with Dubois, like you forget he's a big guy.
Yeah.
White's only about 6'4", and White's got a decent jab, but I don't think his jab's like
Yeah. Sharp, and it's more of a set-up jab, but you gotta feel like use it to set things up. I think, Joyce should test any heavyweight out there.
Yeah, like, he won't be in a bad fight with any of them.
If I was Wilder's management team, I'll be chasing down Joyce.
Yeah.
If I was Wilder's management team.
With that fight, it's like that would be the big test for Joyce's chin. If he
Joyce's chin,
if he takes that right hand and looks at Wilder, like it's like, oh,
that
was Wilder. At that moment, let's quit the fight.
Let's go home. Walk out.
Let's go home, innit?
Take up a loose walk, man. But that's a perfect test for both of them as well. I feel like for Wilder, because Wilder ain't got the boxing ability. You know what I mean? It's kind of Joyce. It can be there to be hit, but it's not. It ain't gonna. Wilder's very predictable with it. You know what I mean? And that would allow Wilder to work on getting off these shots and setting things up.
Against Dubois, he knows how to avoid the right hand. He'll circle to his right, and when it's coming, he'll lean. So even if you catch him, it's not one of them that's gonna take him straight out.
And they're things you wouldn't even notice. Watching the fight, it's subtle things. All you're watching is when they engage, but you don't realize all the little stuff they're doing, movement to set up shots and avoid shots as well. And then obviously that's credit to Joyce. And I think obviously them things would be highlighted when you're going up against the likes of Wilder and them man there that lack the amateur style of amateur pedigree boxing.
And that's another thing. I used to see it, or even in his earlier fights, he used to do that little move where he'll sort of completely be side on and move off. Yeah. Against journeyman, I'm thinking, what are you doing?
What are you doing? But drilling it in. Exactly. Even backstage, his coach, Stephen Broughton, I think it is, good coach, young coach coming up. You had him just touching the jab, dipping off. Touching the jab, dipping off to the side, but just creating that habit. And that habit, them, like I said, them things will be highlighted when you're in them top fights.
And that's for fighters like Josh Kelly or anyone coming up, where we always say, against those journeymen, cool, you can do this and look good, but you need to prepare yourself for the real fights with the journeyman. That's what he was doing from an early stage. So everything was completely
Don't worry about the highlight reel. Don't worry about all that big fancy knockout stoppages and the little videos, the promo videos. Just go out there and work on your trade. You talk what you're gonna do going forward against all the other top fighters. One more thing I wanted to ask about Joyce, the fight, because obviously I got a bit tired towards the end, a little bit drunk as well after the fourth round. You know what I mean? It was a long night, but did he throw a body shot?
I remember he landed one right hand to the body.
I
heard it.
Yeah.
But other than that, not really.
I find he's very rigid. He's very upright. It works in his favour. And again, that's credit to the team around him, because they've got someone, they've took what he's good at and just made him just work on that, drill it in. He don't even look like he's got the mobility to bend his knees to get down to throw the body shot. But he's got away without needing to, innit?
Yeah, for real. And even Dubois, he does sometimes go to the body, especially when he's trying to set up shots. Even he found it hard to get in the range to even throw body shots in the first place, innit? But yeah, let's talk a bit more about Dubois. Of course, like I said before, in his corner, his trainer told him, this is a fight game now, yeah? You're in a real fight. You're going to see what you're made of. And of course, let me start by saying this, yeah? When your eyes swollen shut, yeah? And someone hits you and you can just feel tingling and just a mad sensation you never felt before, you're probably losing the fight. Your heart's been broken. Quitting is probably the smart thing to do. It's like your eye is completely gone. You take a knee and you think, you know what? Going forward for here, it's not going to be a smart move, innit? Which I understand, and it makes sense. But at the end of the day, he did quit.
Yeah. Obviously, you go back to that same old argument, innit? What is quitting in boxing? And like you said, for the fighter to say no more, no mass, all of that, yes, you got to say the man quit, you know what I mean? And then obviously whether it was a smart decision or not is a whole nother argument. For me personally, I think it shouldn't be the fighter making that decision. I think when you're going to see a fighter that's going to go all the way, yeah, they need to be so hungry and so focused. You need to be, like even Wilder, for all the excuses he's made after the fight, yeah. We laugh at him, we say this, we say that. But that's because a man has so much belief that he physically cannot be beat in the ring. And it is delusions. Fair enough, it is delusions. But I think being a fighter, you got to have a bit of that delusion in you. 100%. You got to believe that I'm going to win this fight regardless. And the fact that he's only 23, we're saying it's a smart decision because it means he lives to fight another day. But I think the fact that he's taking them decisions already into his hands, it's different if the cornerman said, do you know what I'm saying? Or the cornerman pulled him out. Or the cornerman said, listen, go out there. Listen, this ain't going your way. Your eye is closing. Go out there, bang him out. If you don't get him out this round, we're pulling you out. I would just like to see him throw more caution to the wind before he does take that knee.
Yeah, exactly. And even something closer to home, it's like when Ryan got stopped, yeah?
Yeah.
It's like even the commentators on the broadcast said, "Look, he's a fighter.
Yeah.
You've just stopped him. In his mind, he's thinking, I'm literally ready to die." Innit?
Yeah,
Even the commentator saying, "You have to protect the fighter from himself."
Yeah.
He didn't have to protect Dubois from himself. That's why it becomes a problem for me. It's where like you're the fighter. People are meant to be literally stopping you from trying to get to the other guy, literally having to hold you back and say, "Bro, it's done now, isn't it?"
So when he got stopped, because obviously when he got stopped.
He stopped himself.
So when he stopped him, when he took the knee after the jab, I see the jab, and it's a clean jab, and you can see his eye was already swollen. It looked like all it hit was the swelling. It looked, you could imagine that was
perfect.
Yeah, you would have felt that. But would you say leading up to that point? Yeah, because that cut, it was swelling from early, wasn't it?
Yeah, 6th round it was basically shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what round did he take the knee?
10th.
From the 6th to the 10th, would you say he threw caution to the wind? The base he was prepared to go out there.
That's what I was to say. That there needs to be one round where you say to yourself, "Look, this is bad.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can go the whole way. Right now, this is all or nothing. I'm going out there and I'm going to win this fight or I'm going to get stopped."
Game plan should go out the window.
Yeah.
Game plan for a champion mentality fighter. I believe they've got a game plan. And obviously, it's good that you can stick to your game plan even through the adversities of swelling eyes and injuries and this and that. But it's got to come to a point where you think, fuck this, fuck that, fuck what the corner's saying, fuck if the ref tells me take a backward step. I'm in trouble. I'm getting him out because I'm winning this fight. Even if a man puts his head down and starts windmilling. If he didn't do that, obviously you said you watched the fight properly. I was watching the fight. You know what I'm saying? It's a bit of a messy night, but from what I see, he just stuck to what he done. It weren't working. He couldn't get. You know what I mean? He took his way out of it. I would like to see more from him trying caution to win, and more like prepared to go out on his shield from a fighter that we believe could be the next best heavyweight coming.
As a boxing trainer, at what point do you take your fighter out?
If I feel like if it's affecting his boxing. Yeah, then obviously you gotta watch it. If he's affecting his boxing, he can't do what I know he can do, or he's not seeing the shots coming and he's taking certain shots that he shouldn't be taking, then straight away you're on your edge of your seat, you're watching, you're thinking, how's this gonna go? If he's not able to outbox the man, and the only chances he's got is knocking him out, then I'm gonna tell him at that point that listen, this, you know what I mean, you're not gonna outbox him, we're not gonna get this on points, you got a chance to go out there, you better go out there and stop him. Well, I'm not going to drag, say this is in the 8th, 9th round, I'm not going to try and drag the fight, I'm going to tell my fight, go do it now, I'll pull you out the next round. If you can't get him out this round, I'm going to pull you out because you're taking damage that's going to affect your career long term. And I'd rather, if the cornerman, I think the cornerman should have put that to Dubois, then to give him that wake up, that like, right, let me go out there for everything, and then we'll pull him out. But we don't even know if the cornerman had intentions of even pulling him out.
And I think the main thing is when you want to pull your fight out is you're looking at him and thinking, he's taking... Not so much he's taking too much damage, but he's in trouble. Like he's in real trouble. There's no point where you thought Joyce gonna get him out.
Yeah.
There's no point you thought he was hurt or anything like that. It was literally
he's gonna continue that fight. Would have just carried on.
The only focus was just the eye.
Yeah. And Joyce was spiteful with it that he was gonna carry on going that way the whole for another 3 rounds. Yeah, it's a hard one. I think the team should have. Obviously, I don't know what exactly got said in the corner. I don't know. We don't know if they was talking to each other about it. Dubois could have felt that. They ain't even mentioned about putting him out. He could have been thinking from the 6th, 7th, I might not even get near to the 12th round.
I think,
and he might, and obviously then in that sense, he showed heart to even get to where he did. So
there was one point where they're going to the corner during the thing,
the cameras,
and I couldn't hear exactly what Dubois said, but the end of the sentence was something like finished, and then his corner's like, no, it's not finished. Yeah. So
they were trying to obviously do their job, keep their man in their fight.
And that was about round 7. So from that point on, I knew,
he's on his way out. He's on his way out. Right. So who knows? Only Dubois will know. We'll see where he comes back from. Obviously, he's young enough. He lives to fight another day. He's definitely got a long career. He could have a long career ahead of him. I've already seen a lot of people on social media saying man's done. That could be the end of him.
Based on the fight, no. But based on the mentality, it's just hard for me to see someone do that and think, you know what, next time he's in a hard fight, he's going to go out and give it his all. It's like, if you fold once, it's like,
it's there. It's in you.
I can be a pest, innit? Like, sometimes I like to annoy people and get a reaction out of them, innit? If you give me that first reaction, I know every single time I've got you.
Yeah.
So I've got you.
It don't matter how long it takes, it's gonna happen. You're gonna get it. You're gonna get what you know you're gonna get.
When I have that mentality, I think if I know this guy's folded before, if I take him back to that space,
he can fold again. He can fold again. It's a brutal box. We're in a brutal game, man. The guy, because obviously just 2 days ago, the guy was on paper the next best thing. He's gonna do this, gonna do that. He come up against a juggernaut. Shout out them, man. Strategically got the fight at the perfect time. done what they had to do, went in there and then give the man a boxing lesson. But we'll see where he comes from. Hopefully he does come back, you know what I mean? Gets back in the gym, tries different things, goes back to the drawing board and comes back. He could potentially have a big career ahead of him.
So I'll talk about another heavyweight. Yeah, he fought in the weekend. Tony Yoka. He fought against Christian Hammer. One of the worst fights I've ever seen in my life. Yeah, awful. Well, the only reason I'm bigging it up, yeah. So I watched it. Just thought I haven't posted all day. Let me watch this. Post the highlight, knockout and whatnot. Yeah, worst fight I've ever seen. I was like, you know what? This don't even deserve no airplay. But he's about 10 fights in. 6 of the guys he's fought. It's like Christian Hammer, some guy called Wallace. He's fought Dave Allen.
Who's this guy?
Tony Yoka. He's the one who beat Joyce.
Talk to me. I read about him the other day. I didn't even know about him. I read about him.
Yeah, Olympic gold medalist, beat Joyce.
What year?
Whatever year Joyce was in.
2016?
Yeah, I guess so. So his team have literally said, forget all the regular journeymen. We're going to fight guys who fought Tyson Fury. Guys who have fought at the highest level. Dave Allen's fought Luis Ortiz and and Dylan White. They're literally fighting journeymen where, okay, he's not under a lot of danger, because no journeyman's going to give you danger. But he's fighting the gatekeepers with experience that will teach him the pro game.
And they can make you look bad.
Yeah, exactly.
Even by getting the win, they can make you look bad. And
he has looked bad in a few of his fights. But the only thing is, he's learning them veteran tricks. It's like, I sort of knew the fight was over when Joyce was getting him that little headlock. And normally it's like you in the gym, you're saying, if you get man there,
spiteful.
Joyce wasn't even being spiteful, and Dubois still couldn't impose himself and be like, nah, you're not doing that. I see a lot of boxers, Canelo. If you ever try to do that to Canelo, he'll literally lift up his head and he'll bring you up with him. He's just not going to accept it. He's not going to tolerate it. And then it's those little things where if you fight them journeymen, they do that to you. And then you'll know what to do.
And especially when being inexperienced, when you want little rests in the ring and that, which you will do massively, all the your breathing and all that. It's not like sparring, and it's the real deal there on fight night. So the guy might look basic to everyone else, but all them little tricks they're wearing, they're taking their wear on you.
So you can go the Dubois route of sparking everyone out and getting there. Although he has beat like people like Gorman, it's like good wins and whatnot. But when you fight those experienced guys, you learn those little tricks and you'll know what to do when you face certain things, innit?
So where is he now? How many fights he has now?
Dubois?
No.
Yoka, about 9 or 10, something like that. And 6 of them have been, I don't want to say high level guys, but people have operated at the world level. They might be a bit diminished now.
You said Wallace was one of them. Dubois or Joyce, one of them. Joyce fought him as well, So he's fought guys, isn't it? Like he's fought. They might not be live. But so you saying prospect?
You gotta watch the fights, bro. I'm telling you, it's not looking good.
It's bad.
It's not.
Like you said, it might not look good because he's in there with top level fighters, but that's experience. It's invaluable experience.
What I'm saying is, if you're gonna build a fight, you build them like that. If he was to be the next best thing, would have not blown those guys away.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Impose himself on them.
But even if he's not the next best thing, if they put him along right, if they do it the right way by putting him against them fighters, he's always gonna be there where he can cause the top fighters problem.
He'll learn and he'll think, I've seen this before. That's the main.
So what do you reckon? Him and Joyce fight for the future?
I don't know. It's hard to call, innit? He's still very early in he's a young man, innit? He's very young, so he's very early in his development.
Okay.
But also another thing, this is just completely random, During the fight, 10 seconds left, you slap the corner, they slap the ring, and then the bell goes for the last second, innit? These lot decided the last 10 seconds they hit the bell, and then the last minute they hit the bell again. Do you know how many times the referee stopped with 10 seconds left?
So wait, what? Say it again. So
the 10-second warning?
Yeah, they hit the bell instead
of the thing.
In what
by
fight?
Purpose. All of them. The whole card. The Tony Yoka one.
Why? Why did they do that?
I don't know, fam. They're not taking the piss.
What's going on with these officials, man? Why? They're just making it up as they go, bro. I don't even want to. Yeah, no.
The ring. The advertising stuff on the floor?
Yeah.
You can slip on it.
Yeah.
Like, it was that bad that everyone kept slipping on it.
Yeah.
One of the worst productions I've ever seen, bro.
All that banging on the ring, I remember I was in the corner with Richie for his Commonwealth title fight, I think it was. York called Richard Comey in it. And obviously I was one of the first times doing the seconds in the corner. It must be about 7th, 8th round. I think he was getting... No, it wasn't... Who was it? It was one of them fights around the Commonwealth title fight. But anyway, I'm in the corner getting gas, fam. I start banging on the ring. Come on, Richie. Tuck him in, Richie. Slamming on the ring. The official looked at me in disgust, fam. Don't touch the ring. The referee, obviously, everyone thinking it's last 10 seconds, innit? Yeah, man, shit myself. I got stern talking to from the officials that day, boy.
It was a kind stoppage, innit? It was a kind stoppage.
What? Yeah, I don't like that because I think the fighter should get the credit he deserves by going the distance. I was flicking past. I see bits of the fight. Hamza, obviously, we've been in the gym with him a lot. A very good prospect for his weight, his natural attributes. natural attributes.
massively.
What is he, light middleweight, and you're talking about 6'1", 6'3".
6'3". You've seen him, bro. Yeah, 6'3".
He's sparring Jordan dudes on the welterweight we work with, and obviously Jordan's a solid welterweight, and Hamza just looks 3-4 weight classes above. He's definitely got power in both hands, good hand speed, good combinations. I look forward to see where he's going once he gets to that real competitive domestic level.
Even Frampton said that's probably the best prospect in the UK right now.
What? Yeah.
Yeah, when you're 6'3", light middleweight.
Yeah.
The only
That
thing
itself.
for me was, I don't know, maybe it's because he's changed from what was the man's name again?
Eddie.
Yeah, Eddie. He's changed from
The trainer. I have found out about that yesterday.
during the fight, innit?
Fuck.
He's changed from Eddie to Will Jones and
Will
Kevin
Jones and
Mitchell.
Kevin. We work with all three of them, man. They shot them all out, man. Obviously, don't know what happened there. Eddie Kelly bought him from amateur, top trainer. I look forward to seeing where he goes, what fighters he gets next, because we watched him work with a couple fighters, and the guy, he knows his stuff. He's gonna be a top trainer. And then obviously he's now with Will Jones, again a very young trainer, up and coming trainer, working with Kevin Mitchell. And then man, I got a lovely little setup as well. So
for me, you could see the change in trainers, because my favorite thing about Hamza, that jab is so sharp.
Was he not there?
That lead, nah, he wasn't there. Early on, I think it's what he knows, and he was there.
Yeah.
But eventually, he decided he can tuck up and take shots well. I think you've got a shorter guy in front of you. He's quite slick. You need that jab just to set everything up.
Keep him at bay, piss him off. And then when he tries to come in and do something, then you lick him with something, that jab. Exactly. But then with them physical attributes, you got to use that jab. But like you said about noticing the change of trainer, that will happen. Obviously, Kevin Mitchell is known for a lot of aggressive style boxing. A lot of people he works with, like, they'll come forward very aggressive in your face, which is obviously exciting. It may not work into
Hamza's favour.
We look forward to seeing how that one goes. Obviously, Eddie Kelly, the one that come through the amateurs, was an amateur trainer, very on them basic, in and out, 1-1-2 sharp, smooth boxing. I thought that suited Hamza to a T. But then obviously that would again change on the opposition and the fights that he gets.
But I thought it was perfect for the position though. You got a smaller guy, he's tucking up a lot. It got to a point where Hamza will literally walk him down like that, wait for the guy to throw and then throw
and then throw, yeah. But then he might have been working on something, innit?
Yeah, true.
They might have had something that they've been working on in the gym, and that guy, he's not a threat. Still, personally, I think on fight night, you go out there to do your job. Exactly. Obviously, I know you do work on stuff in the ring, but for me, you got a job, man. You got to get shit done. You got to do what works for you. Like that time, AJ boxed Joseph Parker, and he come out and he was like, "Yeah, I wanted to do this, I wanted to do that." I thought, "Nah, bun that, bruv. I'm not slagging off AJ. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, but I think work with what you're good at and what you're gonna use in every other fight. And for you know me, I say all the time, AJ for me is at his best when he's steamrolling, man. So don't worry about whether people can question whether you can box for 12 rounds. Bun that, you don't need to. Train and go through people. Same way Hamza, if he can do that, he can ping your head off for 12 rounds. Doesn't necessarily need to work on other things on fight night. Obviously, you want to know in the gym that you've got it in your locker, but yeah.
All right.
Who else on that bill?
I can't lie, I was sleeping through half. Yeah, they almost put me to sleep. I'm not gonna lie.
Like. Where was the venue? Westminster. What was that about?
I don't know.
What, you know what building it was?
I can't remember the name, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it was a history venue.
Yeah.
What's the history venue? They're saying the venue's got history.
Yeah.
What history?
Apparently, a lot of British world champions have gone through there for whatever
boxing
reason. Yeah.
I've never heard of boxing there in my life.
Never.
Westminster.
When Dubois was walking into the ring, they had all the pictures up and everything. It's like he's
all the British world champs.
That boxed in that venue.
Yeah, I don't know if they're boxed there, but
they haven't boxed there because they had Fury and AJ there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So what was the venue? I don't understand the relevance of the venue. I think Warren made it up, but he just wanted to add, do you know what I mean? He wanted to add some prestige to the event. He wanted to make it more prestigious. I didn't like it, man. Obviously, right now, what's the other venues they're using? We done the studio thing.
Yeah.
BT studio. Obviously, all neon lights, all shit. That look. You know what I mean? It looked nice.
That one looked like your call.
I thought it was worse than your call. Your call's around that old rundown building, but it's got that feel to it, and obviously it's still got that. You know what I mean? You know, like you said, the champions. That's got the history. But that building, I don't know, like an art museum or something. They just put a ring up in there.
But yeah, Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones.
I ain't seen it.
I ain't seen it either.
We have to talk about it now. I don't want to spoil it for myself.
But yeah, we'll talk about it a bit.
Can't we talk about that on part 2? We can watch that in the interval.
I'm not sure I want to. You look, even, you know, I wake
Little
up, I go on
highlight thing.
social media, look for the highlights, and I'm thinking,
Yeah.
thank God I didn't.
I've
Thank
seen-
God I had my sleep.
I see one highlight vid and I see it like 100 times. Like
Yeah,
that
exactly,
was
yeah,
the only
that's the only
highlight,
part.
and it was like 3 combinations in the whole thing.
I watched the first 2 rounds while I was waiting for you because you was late. But yeah, it's pretty much just that. Jones moving on the jab, Tyson trying to come in that peekaboo style, and that's
Yeah.
pretty much it.
Well, it's pointless realistically talking
Yeah.
about it on a strategic
No point,
one.
yeah, no point analysing it. I think,
So let's just say break on a whole as a whole.
yeah, and as an event, I went on social media, I went on Twitter.
Yeah.
All the stuff you see is just pure positivity coming
Yeah,
from
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Obviously, you've got your 2-2 boxing fans like, oh, it's a disgrace. How can 50-year-old man fight? It's not that deep.
No,
bro.
it's not that deep.
Just let them fight.
I'd rather see that there than all the other YouTube shit that I'm seeing today. You know what I mean? I feel that was a credit to boxing. That was something nice for people, obviously, that grew up watching them 2 fighters.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They was at the peak of their careers while people was growing up. Now you imagine you're at that age and you get to see them, you know what I mean, come back to the ring. I think that's nice for boxing. I'd rather see that than the YouTube shit.
And that fight was more entertaining than the whole of the undercard for Dubois Joyce. 100%. It was way more entertaining, way more competitive. Fair enough, they're not as good, but at the end of the day, it's an entertainment business, isn't it? If you're
It was entertaining.
putting up prospects and whatever against people who ain't got a chance against them,
Yeah.
what's the point, innit?
Yeah.
It's like if you'd have had Spence Crawford or Tyson Jones, yeah, there's no. Like, most people are gonna watch Spence Crawford.
Yeah.
If you're an actual boxing fan, you're gonna watch Spence Crawford.
Of course.
You know what I mean? So if boxing's not putting these fights together, what's the point?
Yeah. You might as well watch these. What's going on?
I want to touch on Jake Paul versus Nate Robinson.
No, don't fuck off, bro.
Got to, bro.
Fuck
Got
off.
to.
Right,
got to.
spin the camera.
Alright.
Just focus on. I'm not even near right now.
Listen.
I'm
Snoop
not even
Dogg.
posh. I
Snoop
heard
Dogg.
Snoop Dogg was a commentator.
I think he's the best commentator in boxing.
That's what I've heard. A lot of people have said it.
And you know what? Yeah.
But I've been saying it for the longest time. Sorry, but I've been saying it for the longest time. These commentators we got right now in boxing, yeah, they're changing boxing with the YouTube fights and all this and all that. I don't understand why that's the one thing they've left. Everything's moving forward with times. You know what I mean, the commentators are still like that. You know
Same
what I
old
mean?
ones,
Yeah, get rid of all of them British all of them. You get rid of them, man.
I remember there was one point. I can't remember what the commentator said, didn't it? But he said, you know, one of them stupid, just generic terms. The commentator saying, "Oh, why is he not doing this or that?"
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg looked at him, was like, "It's a fight." it's a fight, and then he just explained everything. He's like, "Yeah, you're right. Still, it's a fight, isn't it?"
That's what
It's
I'm saying.
small things.
But now the fact that you got these YouTube fights and all this, you got people tuning in that ain't boxing people. So you don't want to just hear some strict analyst on the fucking thing. Oh yeah, he needs to
entertainment.
slip more. He needs to do this. He's doing well. But obviously entertainment now, innit? It's entertainment. Entertain the people, man.
Yeah, when Nate Robinson got dropped, Snoop Dogg started singing.
I'm not here, bro. I'm not
He
here.
started
fam.
singing.
I'm not here, cause he's that. Who did he? Who
Jake
dropped-
Paul,
Jake Paul. That's the brother of the
Logan.
one that boxed KSI.
Yeah,
There's videos of Jake going about. He looks like a problem in the gym.
yeah. I always told people if
There's
he was,
highlights. He looks like he can bang people. Like
Jake
he knows how
Paul-
to throw punches.
if Jake Paul was to fight 6-7 journhead, you just think he's a regular boxer.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
getting
yeah.
built
You would
up.
not think
yeah, he's
YouTuber.
not bad.
So
Nate
maybe behind the scenes, obviously he's done a lot more work. He's obviously
It's
taking.
an athletic family as well. Isn't
Yeah, he might take boxing serious for all we know.
He said he wants to take it seriously.
Yeah,
Then he called out Conor McGregor.
he don't fucking deserve it then, does he?
Why calling McGregor?
Yeah, but he wants to take it serious. That's what I'm saying. These might get embarrassing, man. I can't even watch it. You know what I mean? It's cringy, man.
I think people take it a bit too seriously. He's a young kid living his life. He made 20 million subscribers. He thought, you know what, I'm gonna try some boxing. Some
Okay.
people wanted to fight him.
Yeah,
They
I
wanna
hear
fight
that.
him,
That
innit?
said, alright, cool. I won't knock him. I don't know him that said, but the brother, whole Mayweather saga thing that's going on right now. Is that his brother?
Yeah.
Logan.
Yeah,
He's
trying to
doing the
fight-
videos.
he's
Yeah,
trying
he's
to
doing the
fight Mayweather,
Mayweather. You see that he's hitting the
Yeah.
bag, walking up to the sign, taking away the W. He's doing all that.
You'd be the first person doing it if you was
What?
him. If you had 20 million subscribers.
No way, cuz.
Whoa!
No way. If I had 20
Listen.
million, bruv,
Alright,
at least
hold
do
on,
it with
hold on.
style. If you're gonna do it with style, innit?
Alright,
Go up to
alright,
man's
I heard
house
that.
or something,
He's
bang on his
cheesy,
door,
innit? Alright,
bruv.
he's cheesy. I
Do
heard
it with
that.
style,
Alright.
innit?
But you be calling out Mayweather regardless, though.
I
innit?
call him out anyway. And I got.
So you're ready now, yeah?
I ain't got 2 million followers. You know what I'm saying?
You'll be doing Stormzy.
Huh?
You'll be doing Stormzy.
Yeah, call out Stormzy.
Call out Stormzy.
No, I'm saying you'll be putting it up.
Like,
Oh,
but
pulling
I'm
up
saying,
Stormzy and
he
Chip.
got the reaction, innit? He got the reaction,
Yeah,
innit?
100%.
Man's doing up signposts on the fucking wall, bruv. Do the thing properly, man.
But that's again, it's a lot of talking points behind it, isn't it? Let's say now, yeah, if they would have had a proper boxing match on the undercard, you know how much hype that would have, in that fight there.
Yeah.
If they would have had, I don't know, any world champion, innit? Say Tyson, Roy Jones got about 50 fighters, yeah?
Yeah.
If he would have put one of his fighters on the undercard, the amount of promo they would have got from
Chris Eubank Jr. He's working with Chris Eubank Jr. now. Someone like that would have been perfect because he's already got a bit
That's
of a
what I'm
following
saying,
as
innit?
well.
So
what are you saying for their to build up the
my
fight?
thing
as well?
is, for all you boxing fans and whatnot who are a bit agitated or annoyed by these YouTubers, how about you learn from them, innit? What have they got that you don't have? Following and charisma. You can't be jealous on another man for having a following and charisma. That's all it takes. He's got following, charisma, got the platform. That's it. That's all man done. Now with that platform, he's doing what he likes with it, innit?
Man just shut me down on camera like that for the whole world to see. Fam. You ain't got no followers. You got no charisma. Bro, I'm doing it all wrong, but it's fucking
I'm
no.
not talking about you specifically. I'm
No,
talking about
I hear what you're saying. 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 But obviously, because they've got that, because that's what they've used to get what they got, to get where they are. Boxers box. You know what I'm saying? It's a bonus if they have charisma and all this stuff, but their job and their role is to box. So you can't expect me, a boxing man, not to be a little bit bitter to these people that are getting massive fights just because of they've been good at something else. Do you know what I'm saying? Getting paid massive money off of fights that obviously they ain't even really big fights, but because of they've been good on YouTube or they've been good on PlayStation and everyone wanted to watch them fucking play PlayStation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but the pause, they weren't that place. They weren't gamers. They're just literally recording their life, and that's what I'm about to say. Yeah,
There was
if you're a
what?
boxer out there, yeah, you got a bit of charisma because a lot of you lot are boring, innit? Let's be real.
Oh,
innit?
bro,
a lot of these guys are boring.
I do want to touch down on it
Yeah,
today. I was on the train on the way here and I was thinking about the interviews and whatnot, yeah. And
jarring,
I see that you sick. I thought, bro, I thought, what, like, come, have some originality, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The boxers, they're making it hard for themselves.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right,
So
cool,
any
cool,
boxer,
cool.
you think you got some charisma, you can think, chat to us, CNS Media as well. We'll come, we'll film you, we'll do some behind the scenes stuff, we'll get you on YouTube, we'll get you a platform. If you've got that to do it, yeah. Half these boxes, yeah, they don't work, yeah. You get sponsors who literally take care of you. You get paid whether you sell them tickets or not if you've got that push, yeah. I'm saying to you boxers there, come with us. We'll help you get a YouTube. We'll help you get your following, and that's it. If you're making all that money, yeah. Look at Ryan Garcia. Donnie's got like 1 million YouTube subscribers. He's gone clear. Fuck boxing. He's rich. Yeah. Forget boxing. He ain't got to fight another day in his life.
But this is all right.
It's not hard to do,
but
innit?
this is where me and you differ. Obviously, I'm a boxing man through and through.
Yeah.
I want to see the boxing before that side, the other side. I think obviously it's the entertainment business. So I appreciate the fact that at the end of the day, you could be the best boxer in the world. If no one cares for you, don't want to watch you, and don't want to support you, it's irrelevant. You could be the worst boxer in the world. Everyone wants to watch you because you got good personality. You got this, and that. So obviously, this is where me and you differ. Because obviously, I'm a boxing man at the end of the day. I feel like boxers need to get more. I feel like boxers are the ones that's missing out on because of these guys here now. You're getting young, hungry fighters that are putting it all on the line, but they ain't getting a shot because at the end of the day, no one wants to know them. No, they're not known. But that's the reason they put it all on the line. Because they're not known. They ain't got no fucking money. They ain't got this, they ain't got that, so they're hungry. But they're not getting an opportunity. But then you're getting guys that's got everything. So it's a catch-22, innit? Because it's the business. The promoter's always going to go for the people that sell the most tickets.
But now, yeah, look at us in camp, yeah. We will say if we just had one guy filming, recording the whole day, yeah, it will be lit, innit? It will be good content.
Don't know, because I didn't have charisma for fucking a minute ago, you know what I mean?
It's the rest of us, man. Don't gas yourself. But hear what, though? Adrian Brown and Javonta Davis, they done that a few years ago, yeah?
Yeah.
They called it 25-8 or something.
Yeah,
Shit
yeah,
name, but okay.
Yeah.
They literally got one of their guys, wherever they went into camp, record both of them training, whatever. They didn't put no effort into it. They just walked around, done their normal day, had it recorded. They get in 100,000 views on YouTube, 200,000 views on YouTube. If they would have done that for every single camp, you know how big they're.
Of course.
What I'm saying is, when you've got that money, it's not hard to do. You haven't got to put no effort. You just be like, hey, bro, do you mind recording?
Yeah.
That's
And
it.
there's enough
It's
people
not
out
hard.
there that want to see behind the scenes of what goes on in
Exactly.
boxing. People don't actually see what goes on behind the scenes. They don't see day to day. They
Yeah.
see the last week of the build up, the press conferences and all that. People don't see what it's like being a professional boxer, being in a professional training camp, turning up every day. But yeah, some of these boxers, they get a lot of punches to the head, you know. They ain't got this
Yeah, I know.
you know what I'm saying?
But that's where your management and so come in. But if you even look at 24/7 HBO and you know them all access
24/7, but that's when I was getting ready to do, I thought I was gonna go pro, do that whole phase of boxing there. HBO 24/7. I used to sit and watch that all day long, half an hour episodes in it. They used to do one every week before the fight, and that used to follow so much of the boxers, and it used to help build up the fight. It built up the boxers, it built up everything.
Exactly. Now,
but obviously HBO are only doing that for the fighters that's at that top level.
But Matchroom and BT Sport, even Top Rank, they're doing that for pretty much every fight now.
Are they?
Yeah.
On what?
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. No one knows.
Where
That's
can
the
you watch
problem. On all the social medias.
Alright,
Like,
keep it down. Don't promote it because we might start our own one now. You know what I'm saying? Start our own
what
channel.
I'm saying is, as a fighter, half of them are boring, but I'll watch it thinking I might get a post out of it or something.
Yeah.
I'm watching all the comments. Everyone's
Yeah.
because you're engaged and you want to see these people fight. You want to see everything around the fight as well, innit?
So what we saying? These man, what you saying?
What I'm
Boxers
saying
take
is,
a leaf
listen,
out of the YouTube.
Don't criticize someone for doing something that you can do.
Yeah.
If you was unable to do it, cool. Hold your hands up. Not
And
everyone's got the same benefits.
But if you ain't tried to do that route,
You've got a good setup. You've got this opportunity to do it, and you're not doing it. Don't complain.
That's why we got to shout out Conor Ben on that side, social media stuff. He's got his YouTube channel. He's building up. Obviously, all the other side of things around boxing as well is helping him build a following.
Exactly.
Obviously, he's not even at British title level yet. I know he's got his other belt, but realistically, on a level, on a scheme of things, he's got to prove himself to be British title level. But he's got a big fucking following. He's got a lot of people supporting him, and he's got a lot of people making his career easier from that side of things.
I hear what you're saying. In terms of the boxing essence, you want to see these guys fight and whatnot. But I'm talking about it'll help grow the sport. If every boxer who's coming up becomes a big YouTuber, a big this, it will help build up the sport, and there'll be so much more money to make the fights easier to make. Secondly, obviously you're a prize fight, innit? The one thing you're aiming for is the prize, which normally is the money or legacy, innit?
Yeah.
If you've got the money part sorted, you're less worried about the person.
Yeah.
Make the fights easier.
You make focus on the fights that's gonna benefit you and take you where you need to go.
And the last point I'll put is most people who really are boxers, they come from the struggle, innit? So if you're able to put yourself in a position where you no longer need to get punched in the face to make money, where you can have other avenues to make your money, just makes it so much better for everyone, innit? So I'm just saying, like,
again, I think, like you said about management team, obviously management got to play a major role in that, because boxers ain't got that sort of brain, man. They ain't got that thinking. That's why they are boxers. You know what I'm saying? I understand. You gotta have it, and then it's your career. But a lot of these boxers, they know one thing. They know, you know what I mean. They think they know it all, but they know how to fight, and that's it. And then the people around them, you gotta have good people around you to help you. But I hear what you're saying. Good point. Take a leaf out of these man's book.
That's it. Thank you for watching the Purist Podcast. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and leave a review wherever you get your podcast from.